As previously noted, mile races on the dirt at Delmar have a very short run to the first turn. This field is not huge by Breeders' Cup standards, but those drawn outside and or without early speed will be at a significant disadvantage. Chancellor McPatrick and Citizen Bull were both in last year's juvenile and are very similar. Both were good 2-year-olds that haven't gone on at 3, while the rest of the division caught up and passed them. Full Serrano jumped to a lifetime best to take this race last year, and that effort put him out of action for 10 months. He got back to that level in his last, and another that good would make him a contender again this year, but a bounce is more likely. Goal-oriented began his career by making 3 starts in 6 weeks. Given 2 months' rest, he jumped forward in the Haskell and paired that effort in a strong Pennsylvania Derby. This pattern is screaming that a new top is coming soon, and goal-oriented is a strong contender. Mystic Dan runs well most of the time and occasionally very well. This horse has had a long campaign, and we're inclined to think that, coupled with the cross-country trip, means he won't fire his best shot. By the way, this Colts turf try wasn't bad. We'd like to see him try it again. Nysos was very fast very soon, then was out of action for more than a year. He's only gotten a little faster since he was a 2-year-old, but that still makes him a contender, albeit one that would be overbet. Tumbarumba ran his race when he came out last year for this and may well again, but unless he works out a rail trip, he's not fast enough. If you take out the Gold Cup, where he briefly had 2 riders on his back at once, White Barrio has run a negative figure in every start this year, and his insanely wide trip in the Whitney produced what may be the most concealed huge figure in history. With good rest, the timing is right for one of his big ones, and it's important to note that while he is shipping east-west, he's coming from Florida, which is even warmer than Delmar. We are including Will Take It mostly because he's trained by Dallas Stewart, who has an uncanny knack for upsets in big races with horses that look kind of like this one. Well, we can throw out this last. This colt has never run fast enough to contend, but he did get better this year, has a whole bunch of pedigree, and will be an interesting play at some point. What a difference a draw makes. Irad might figure out a trip, and White Barrio on one of his big ones could still win. But he could easily end up spotting 4 lengths of ground loss to those drawn inside. By now, we'll have plenty of insight into how the Baffert horses have been running. But from here, goal-oriented is a must-use, and it's tough to toss Nysos with Pratt and a good draw.